Guys, this n jobs with any three mission is similar like any n jobs with any two missions. If didn't go through with that video, means please go through with that video in jobs with any two missions video. Okay, in that video I clearly explain what are the terminologies are we are going to use in this problem, and what are the steps are there to arrange the all the jobs in any sequencing. Okay, if we see the meaning of any sequencing means arranging the all the jobs in any particular order to finish the task in a short span of any time. The type of sequencing problem can be described as follows. The first one is the only three missions A, B and C are involved. And second one, each job is processed in the prescribed order. Means first A mission will perform his task, and second B mission will perform his task, and then third mission will perform the task. And the third one is no processing of any jobs is permitted. Means the same order of sequencing was to follow from first mission to the last mission. We can't jump from first mission to the third mission to the sixth mission like this. And here the main objective is to find the optimal sequencing of jobs which minimize the total elapsed time. For n jobs with any three missions, there is no general procedure for obtaining the optimal sequencing in jobs. So here what we'll do means by using the Johnson's procedure, here we'll convert these three missions into any two missions. Okay, by using the conditions, if the conditions are followed, then we will go for any next step, and based on that step we can convert these three missions into any two missions, and based on the two missions we can arrange the jobs in the sequence, and we'll come back to the same original process. For this Johnson's procedure, the condition is like this. The first condition is the minimum processing time on mission A is greater than or equals to the maximum processing time of any mission B. And second condition is the minimum processing time on mission C is greater than or equals to the maximum processing time on mission B. In these two conditions, if any one condition is satisfied, means we can go for next step. Here the next step here is we convert these three missions into any two missions. So these two missions are just assumed as any G mission as an H mission. So here was the G mission means here if you add the mission A processing time and mission B processing time, means we'll get the G mission. And the same thing if for H mission, if we add the B mission processing time and the C mission processing time, means we'll get this H processing time.
Now we will solve one example problem which is related to the n jobs with any three mission. The question is like this: there are 5 jobs, the namely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each of which mustn't go through with any mission A, mission B, mission C, and the sequencing is also like first mission A wants to process its work, and then B, and then C. And the processing time is like this. So we have the 5 jobs, these are the 5 jobs, and then 3 missions. Okay, in the middle these are the process time in hours. Okay, based on these information we want to find the total elapsed time. Okay, now we will start the procedure for solving this problem. Okay, so here the first step to solve this problem is checking the two condition it's satisfied or not. If first condition is not satisfied means then we want to check the second one. If the first condition is satisfied means we don't need to check, so second one, and we can proceed to the next step. So now we'll see what are the conditions, what are the two conditions. The first condition is the condition is the minimum processing time of mission A is greater than or equals to maximum processing time of any mission B. And second condition is the minimum processing time of mission C is greater than or equals to maximum processing time of any mission B. So here first we'll check with any first condition. So here the minimum processing time of any A, it means it indicates the least processing time. So here the least processing time, this is the mission A and this is a processing time for mission A. So here we having 5 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, and then 5 hours. So here the least processing time is any 5 hours. Least processing time is any 5 hours. And next we want to check with any maximum value or maximum processing time of any mission B. So this is a mission B and the processing time is like this: 2 hours, 1 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, and 3 hours. So maximum one, biggest processing time is any 5. So here the condition is the minimum of an emission A is an 5, the maximum of an emission B is 5. So here the minimum of an A is an equals to an maximum of an B. So 5 is equals to an 5. So this condition, the first condition is satisfied. So we don't need to check for any second one. We can go for any further process. In next step, we are going to convert this n jobs with any 3 missions into any n jobs with any 2 missions. So we are making this 3 missions into a 2 missions. The 2 missions are assumed missions. Okay. So the 2 mission is any mission G and then mission H. Mission G and then mission H. Okay. Now we will see how we can convert this 3 missions into any 2 mission. For that we need a one table. The table is consists of any jobs and then G mission and then H mission. So we'll get the processing time of any G mission by adding the mission 1 processing time and then mission B processing time, mission A processing time and then mission B processing time. If we add all the if we add means we can get the mission G processing time. See first here the A mission having a processing time of 5 hours and B mission having a processing time of 2 hours. If we add 5 plus 2 we'll get the 7 and same like this. For an A mission the processing time is 7 hours and for B mission the processing time is 1 hour. 7 plus 1 8. So next we having the 6 hours and B mission 4 hours. 6 plus 4 we have 10 and next we having the 9 hours and then 5 hours in the B mission. So 9 plus 5 it's 14 and the last we having the 5 hours plus 3 hours. It's 5 plus 3 is 8 hours. So these are the processing time for G mission. And next we'll go with an H mission. So here we want to get for getting the process time of an H mission we want to add the B mission processing time like 2 hours plus and then C mission processing time 3 hours. 2 plus 3 we can get the 5 hours and next 1 plus 7 and then 4 plus 5 is 9 and next 5 plus 6 it's 11 and next 3 plus 7 hours. So 10 hours. So now we got now we converted this n jobs with any 3 missions into any n jobs with any 2 missions. Now what we want to do means in next step we want to arrange all these jobs into any sequence order. Okay, so here we have any 5 jobs. Okay, I take in this row. So here first what we want to do means we want to identify the minimum smallest processing time job and then we want to arrange in this columns. So if you identify the least processing time in mission G means you can place the job from left to right. If you identify the least processing time in mission H means we'll place the job from right to left. Now we will identify the least processing time in this table. So here 7, 8, 10, 14, 8 and then 5, 8. So here the least processing time is in mission H. Yeah, this is mission H is and it comes to the mission 2, mission H. So if you identify the least value in the mission H means we want to place it from right to left. So I was placing this job as in here, the last one, the first job. And then I was eliminating this job from next process. And next what we want to means again we want to identify the least one. Here we having the 8 from mission G and then from mission G itself and the job 5. So here the second job and the fifth job are having the least processing time. So we'll place this. These are the from G mission. So if you identify the least value in the G mission means we want to place it from the left to right. So I was placing this second job and then fifth job, and then I was eliminating this one from this table. Okay, and next we are having the 10, 14, 9, 11. So the least value is any 9. So the processing time. So here this processing time is from mission H. So here we want to place it from any right to left. So here I was placing this third job from next to the 1. So again I was eliminating this for next process, and here the finally we have only one job, it's in a fourth job. Yeah, so this is the sequence of any jobs.
Now we will proceed to the next step. For next step, we need the jobs and 3 missions processing time and then job sequences. Okay, and next, so based on this 3 missions processing time and then job sequencing order, we can able to know the total elapsed time and then idle times of any 3 missions. Okay, for the sake we want to take one table. The table consists of any job sequences, mission A, and in the in time, process time, and then out time. And for mission B, in time, process time, and then out time. And then idle time for any mission B. And then mission C, in time, process time, out time, and idle time. Okay, so this is in the job sequence. We can make this, we'll go with this sequences 2, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, the first sequence in the job is job 2. So we'll place the job 2 in the job sequence. Okay, and this is the job 2, and this is the processing time for mission A, mission B, and then mission C. Okay, so mission A in time. See, every mission, it will start with 0 seconds. Yeah, process will start with 0 seconds. Okay, the time will calculate from 0 seconds. So we also calculate the time from 0 seconds. And then for processing time, this mission A, job 2, the process time is 7 hours. So we'll place this 7 in the process time. Okay, and then out time means once the process was completed, we'll get the product out. So here the out time is 0 plus 7 is equals to 7. Yeah, okay, and then once the product was out from mission A, this product will be input for any mission B. Once the product was came out at 7th hour, in the 7th hour itself, it will be in for the mission B. So in time for any mission B is 7th hour. So first mission to second mission. Okay, and then process time. For any mission B, second job, the process time is 1 hour. So we'll place this 1 hour here. So for an out time, we'll get, if we add 7 plus 1, 7 hours plus 1 hour, we'll get as 8 hours. Yeah. And here we want to identify what's the idle time, means the mission B without any work. Okay, so here until the mission 1 was processing the product, the mission B was at idle, means the time was 7 hours. Yes, the 7th hour only we given the input. So the 7 hours is idle time. So we are making the 7 hour in the idle time. And next we are giving the input for mission C. Once the product was came out in the mission B, this product will be into mission B. So here we give this, the product was out at 8th hour, the same hour itself we give the input for mission B. Why? Because we won't waste any time. So for that sake only, if one mission process was completed, then we can give the input for another mission. So 8th hour itself we give the input, and then the the mission B processing time is 7 hours. So I'll make it here as a process 7 hours. So if we add 8 plus 7, we'll get the 15 hours. So, and here again we want to know what's the idle time for any mission C. See here, the mission C was started working from 8th hour. So until 8 hours, the mission didn't have any work. Yeah. So from until 8 hour, the mission A was processed, mission B was processed. Then we came to the mission C. Until 8 hours for mission C, they didn't perform any task. So idle time is any 8 hours. Yeah. So now we completed the job 2 process. Now in the sequence we have the job 5. So in the job sequence order we can place the 5. So here first we want to give the input. So we won't give again from a 0 seconds time. We are giving the input from the process mission out time. The job 2 out time in the mission A will become as any job 5 in time. So here the job 2 out time for any mission A is any 7 hours. So we can consider this 7 hour as any in time for job 5. So 7 hour, and next we are giving the process time of any job 5 is any 5 hours. So 5 hours and 7 plus 5 will get as any 12 hours. Guys, here what we want to do means we want to cross check with the missions or engage with any task or the mission or idle. So here the mission, this job 5 in the mission A was processed at 12th hour, and here we want to cross check with mission B. Still it's an idle or it was in engaged with any work. So here the mission B process was completed at 8th hour. So now the mission B was idle. So now we can able to give the task for mission B. So here we want to cross check with out time, and then here job 5 out time and the job 2 mission B out time. So if you cross check means we want to consider the maximum time as in 12 hours. So for next input hour is any 12 hours, and then processing time for mission B is any at fifth job is any 3 hours. 12 plus 3 will get the 15 hours. Again here also we want to cross check the mission 3 was engaged with any task or it was an idle. For that sake we want to cross check with job 2 mission 3 timeout. So here we want to cross check and we want to consider the maximum one. Here the 15 and here also we having 15. So it's an same time itself they are completed their task. Now we can give the input to the third mission. Okay, and here we want to know the was the idle time. So idle time is here the 8 hour and then 12 hour. If you cross check here the timeout is an 8th hour, but we given the input as an 12th hour, means here the mission was idle for any 4 hours. Okay, and next we'll give in the input. The 15th hour is an out and the 15th hour only in for any mission 3. Okay, so this is the 15th hour and the processing time is any 7 hours. 15 plus 7 will get as any 22 hours. And here also we want to cross check is there any idle time. So if there is a no idle time, the out time, the job 2 the out time is in 15 hours and the job 5 in time is in 15 hours. So here the mission C is not at all idle. So here the idle is in a 0. So here we completed the 5th job also, and the next sequence of any job is in a 4th job. So here we'll give the 4th job. Okay, again here the mission A, the 5th job, the task was completed at 12th hour. So we giving the in of any job 4 at the 12th hour. And here the processing time was mission A. Mission A was in a 9 hours. So 12 plus 9 will get the 21. And next again we want to cross check is there any mission B was engaged with any task or not. For that sake if you cross check with this out time of any mission B job 5 and the in out time of any mission A job 4, means this is the 21 hour, it's in a 15 hours. So here the mission B is in a calm now, it's in a idle now. Why? Because it's a 15th hour itself the task was completed. So the mission B was waiting for any input. So we'll once the 21st hour completed, this what we get the output, then immediately we given the input at the 21st hour. And here the processing time is in a 4th job is in a mission B 5 hours. 21 plus 5 will get the 26. Now we want to check the idle time. Yeah, actually the 15th hour only the mission B was completed the job 5 task. Now it's a wait for any 21 hours, then the 21st hour we given the input. So here the 21 minus 15 will get as any 6 hours. The 6 hours is an idle time for mission B for any job 4. And next once again here we want to cross check before giving the input to an mission B, we want to cross check the mission C was engaged with any work or not. So here we complete the task at 26th hour and the mission C completed its task on 22nd hour itself. So here also mission C was waiting for any input. So immediately we give an input at 26th hour itself, and the processing time for the job for mission C is any 6 hours. 26 plus 6 we get the 32 hours. Again we want to cross check is there any idle time or not. So in time minus out time. So here we have any idle time. That idle time is any 4 hour. So now we completed the job 4 also. And next we having the job in the sequence is any job 3. So in the sequence we place the job 3, and here the timeout of an edge of 4, sorry, the out time of an edge of 4 will become as any in time of an job 3 in mission A. We given 21 hours, 21st hour we given the third job, and for the third job the processing time in the mission A is any 6 hour. So 26 plus 6 will get the 32, and here we want to cross check and then we'll process for any next the 30 cross check as this is the out time with any mission B out time. So this the mission A it's completed this process at 32 hours, and here the mission B was completed its task at 26th hour itself. So the now the mission B was waiting for any input of any material. So we'll give immediately. So mission was idle now. So we'll immediately we given the input at 32 hours itself, and here the processing time for mission B is in 4 hours. 32 plus 4 will get the 36. Now we wants to know the what's the idle time of an mission B. So 32 is an in time. Actually the mission was waiting for any in. So we given the in at 32 hour. So the mission was idle for 32 minus 26 means it's in a 6 hour is in a idle time. Okay, again we'll cross check if the mission C was engaged with any task or not. So we completed the out time of an mission B is in a 26 hours, and here the out time of an mission C is in a 32 hours. So the mission C was idle. So now so immediately we can give the input at 36 hours, and then processing time is any 5 hours. So 36 plus 5 it's any 41. So again we have an idle time. The mission C was waited until the 36 hours. Actually it's completed his task 32 and he waited for next input. So next input was we given at 36th hour. The idle time is any 36 minus 32 will get the 4 hours. Okay, now we have completed the job 3 also, and the final we having the job 1 in the sequence. So job 1, again the out time will become as an in time 32 hours, and then processing time for any job 1 is an 5 hours in the mission A. 32 plus 5 will get as an 37. Okay, again we'll cross check with the mission B out time and the mission A job 1 out time. So here if you cross check means here we have 36 and then 37. So we want to take maximum one. So 37 we given as an input time, and then process time for an mission B is an 2 hours. 37 plus 2 will get the 39. Okay, and now we want to know idle time. So actually the mission B was completed its task at 36 hour, but we given the input in the 37th hour, means here the mission B was waited for 1 hour. So the idle time is an 1 hour. Again here we want to cross check with an mission B, mission C out time and the mission B out time. So the mission B was out time is in 39 hours, and this mission C out time is in a 41 hours. So we wants to cross check and we wants to take the maximum one. So here if we can't give the input as 39th hour, why? Because still the process is going on in mission C. So here what we'll do means we will wait for until the mission C was completed his job of job 3. So once the job was completed at 41 hours, then we'll give as an input. So once the 41 hours was completed, then we'll give the input at 41st hour, and the processing time is here is any 3 hours. 41 plus 3 will get as any 44. So here the mission C is not idle. Once the output job 3 was completed its task in mission C, then itself we given the task of means job of mission 1. So there is no idle time, it was any 0 hours. Okay, so now we completed the process.
In final step, we want to identify the mission C idle time, mission B idle time, and mission A idle time. So first we know the was the mission C idle time. So here for knowing the idle time, if you want to add 8 plus total of idle time 8 plus 4 will get the 16 hours as any idle time for any mission C. And next coming to the mission B, if we add idle time 7 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours plus 1 hour means we'll get the 24 hours as any idle time. For knowing mission A idle time, we want to subtract this mission A processing time with any total processing time. So 44 minus 37 will get the 7 hours of any idle time of mission A. And next we want to know the was the total elapsed time. Total elapsed time is any total processing time. The processing time is any total processing time for A mission, B mission and the C mission is any 44 hours. Okay, now we complete the total process of n jobs with any 3 mission. I hope guys you understand this concept well. Thank you for watching my video.